Welcome to Yoga Intermissions. Got a little tea this morning. My name is Karen. You're with Salt and Sand Studios, live from Vermont. Great to see some of you. Well, I can't really see you. You can see me. The only thing I can see is if you chat. I know you're there. Welcome. This morning, we are focusing on the warrior. Well, not just the one, but the crescent, the 1, the 2, and the 3. Of course, as always, whatever works for you in the practice, do it. If it does not work, feel free to modify or stop doing what you're doing or do something else. A couple things, technical items. YouTube has a significant delay. So you might be seeing and hearing things maybe a little bit differently, or maybe you can, maybe my voice drops out a few times. That is a factor of the interwebs being jammed, and especially with the live stuff, more difficult for the streaming because they've slowed things down. So thanks for your patience. It's part of the practice, and we're going to get started in just a moment. I'm going to have a sip of my tea. We'll be here for 40-45 minutes, definitely under 50. And go ahead and find a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you this morning. I would like to thank one of my sisters for this lovely shirt. It was a Christmas gift a while ago. In your comfortable seat, maybe you're sitting on a cushion as I am, or a folded up blanket. Shift the sitting bones forward if that is the case, so that they're right at the edge of the fold or the edge of the cushion. Let the shoulders drape away from the ears. And settle the hands either on the thighs or the knees, palms up or down, or maybe they're in your lap with the back of the right hand in the palm of the left, and the thumbs just sort of nesting on top of one another. Close your eyes or let them cast downward and come into the breath. Notice if your teeth are clenched or if the tongue is stuck to the roof of the mouth or the bottom of the mouth, maybe you loosen that. And bring the tip of the tongue right behind the top teeth, right where the soft tissue and the dentin meet. And cultivate a deeper breath. Maybe feeling the expansion of the ribs, not just in the front of the body, but the sides and the back of the body as you breathe in. And inviting the breath out to be clean and clear and long. Let's deepen that breath even more. Breathe in to the count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top. We'll just pause for 4, 3, 2. Breathe out to the count of 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Huge breath in. Drop the jaw, sigh it away. Take another one of those. And one final one, really audible sigh. Return to a natural breath. Consider something to guide the practice. This could be a dedication, an intention, or whatever it was that motivated you to come to the mat, or the rug, or the towel, whatever you're using for practice this morning. With that in mind, press the palms together right at the heart, right at the center chest. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears on a breath in. Press them behind you and down, breath out. If you'd like to join in a chant of Om, celebrating the practice that brings us together, the technology that allows it, and all of the humans who are practicing in this moment, even if not in this channel. And take a deep breath in. Om. Child's pose is the first posture of this session other than Sukhasana. Go ahead and find your way to it, face down, knees nice and wide to start, big toes touch, arms long in front. I'll join you on the mat. Not your mat, my mat. Sitting bones work their way toward the heels. They might not touch, and that is perfectly fine. The head is resting on something. So if it resists reaching the floor or the mat, go ahead and place something under your chest or under the head itself to aid in that. Take a big breath in through the nose. You'll let it go out the mouth. Draw your way up to a tabletop. You might need to adjust the hands so wrists come right under the shoulders, and the knees will adjust so they're directly under the hips. Tuck the toes underneath and go ahead and send the left sitting bone toward the right heel. Make a really slow set of hip circles here, moving the right sitting bone over to the left heel. Breathe in to draw forward tabletop. Take that cycle again, almost like a little egg shape. If you want, you can drop the head to loosen the neck. One more round in that direction before you move into the opposite direction. The breath out as the sitting bones move back. The breath moves in as the sitting bones move back over the knees or ahead of them. One more round in this opposite direction. Return to a tabletop. You might untuck your toes, feel the tops of the feet connected to the mat. And notice the difference in temperature and in texture sensation from the hands to the feet. The navel draws in toward the spine. There's a little bit of rounding between the shoulders. The neck is nice and long. On the breath in, drop the belly, lift the gaze and the hips for a cow shape. A breath out, round the spine, lift the navel, drop the head, cat. Take two more of those, and in-breath for the cow. Energy into the hands and fingers, out-breath for the cat. One more time, feeling the tops of the feet create the connection with the ground. And out. Return to a tabletop. Walk the hands forward an inch, maybe two. Tuck your toes under. Downward dog. Press the hips high. Might feel good to move in and out of the knees or the balls of the feet. Maybe knees remain bent even as the heels draw close to the ground. Pause for stillness. Working a little energy out of the wrists by drawing the navel upward, which helps the backs of the thighs and the sitting bones reach to the upper corner of the room. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allow the feet to come more toward one another. Breathe in, rise to the tiptoes. Breathe out, bend the knees a lot. Let the shins hover. Pause here. Firing up the quads. Breathe in nice and deep. Exhale, downward dog with the feet a little closer together. Breathe in, rise back to the tiptoes. Bend the knees a lot. Look past your hands. Walk to them. Maybe those are small steps or large steps. A forward fold of any type that suits you, just allowing the neck to be long. So that might be a rag doll. Maybe the fingers are clasped behind the head, the elbows dropping downward. Or maybe you take a little sway with the fingers brushing the mat. Nod the head a little bit, shake the head a little bit. Pause. Soften the knees, float to standing. Arms sweep out and up. Reaching to the sky, navel draws upward, exhale, palms together at your heart. Close the eyes. Feel the energy you can draw from the earth. Its orientation towards spring of bright greens and colors other than green, like pinks and whites and reds. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Breathe in, guide the hands to the shins for a half lift, long flats back. Exhale, release and fold. Step one foot to the back of the mat. Allow the other to meet it for a high plank. Pause here. Might need to move the feet or the hands just a tiny bit to find the length of the plank and the power of the belly, the quads, the hamstrings, and the shoulders. Breathe in nice and deep. Exhale, downward dog. Full 2 rounds of breath here. Once more, rise to the tiptoes, bend the knees a lot. Look past your hands, make your way to them. Blocks, hops, jumps, skips, dance, forward fold. Hands come behind the legs, maybe the ankles or the shins, to draw a little bit of energy that makes the chest move a little closer toward the thighs. Let the head go. Big breath in. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Slowly float to standing. Press the floor away with the feet. Square the shoulders in front. Lift the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. A breath in draws the hands upward for your long flat back. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release and fold. Opposite foot steps way to the back of the mat. The front foot meets the back, high plank. Low plank, maybe the knees drop down for that. Your back bend. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Left foot moves a little more to the center of the mat, left to right. Breathe in, float the right leg high. Open up your downward dog. Right hip stacks over the left, right knee bends so the heel comes toward the glutes. Perhaps ankle circles, open and close the toes. Extend the leg once more behind you. Breathe out, draw the knee to the nose. Scoop it upward. And step it between the hands, right foot down. Pause for a moment, maybe making a little space left to right between the feet. The back heel comes to the mat for warrior one. Take your time rising up. Use the belly, use the thighs. Big breath in. And out, sink deeper. If the shoulders get a little cranky here, you might find cactus arms. Big breath in. Exhale, hands plant around your front foot. Step back for a high plank. Maybe knees down for your low plank. Chaturanga. Back bend. Downward facing dog. Right foot moves a little more to the center of the mat, left to right. Breathe in, float the left leg high. Open up the dog. A breath in, lengthens the leg behind you. A breath out, knee to nose. Scoop it in a little bit more. Step the foot inside the hands. Runner's lunge for a moment to establish the foundation for warrior one. Back heel comes down to the mat. Float upward using the belly and thighs. Cactus arms if you need them. Breath in for the back bend. Breath out, hands plant, step back, high plank. Low plank. Back bend. Downward facing dog. Breath in, the right leg floats off the mat once again. As you breathe out, knee to nose, step the foot inside the right hand for your runner's lunge. You might adjust. Left to right for balance, front to back for length. Draw the belly upward, the shoulders toward the hips. And like that beautiful statue on the bow of a ship, hover the belly over the thighs. Hands reach behind you. Chest gets really broad. Belly works for you. You're going to work even more by floating the arms in front by your ears. Lots of energy into the glutes and the hammies. Inhale, rise up, crescent warrior. Heart opens up. That might require cactus arms for you or hands by your sides. Belly strong, left glutes working for you to tuck the tailbone. Big breath in. Exhale, step into chair pose, Uttanasana. For this first chair, the feet can be made a little wide if that feels better for the knees. Weight is in the heels. Breathe in, rise to standing. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathe out, hands plant. Step or float, high plank. You can always skip the vinyasa. Low plank. Back bend. Downward dog. Move into the runner's lunge on the left. Let that navel work up toward the spine, the shoulders toward the hips. Hover over your thighs, face down there by your hips. Imagine there's something really, really cool behind you that you're reaching for, both with that right heel and the fingertips. Arms float in front. Remain here for a breath, arms by your ears. Inhale, rise up, crescent warrior. Cactus arms if you need them, or hands by your sides, palms face forward. Shoulder blades fall a little in love here, but the belly is long as opposed to dropping downward. Big breath in, exhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. Arms sweep overhead. A little twist, right arm forward, left arm behind. Weight in your heels. Reach the fingers. Activate the biceps and the triceps. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, twist opposite side. Inhale, come forward, arms reach in front. Lock them into the shoulder blades. Breath in, arms float high. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. We'll come back to the runner's lunge, reaching the left leg as far behind us as we can. Maybe heel toe the right foot out. Runner's lunge. Hover over the thigh. Inhale, crescent warrior. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, runner's lunge, opposite side. Right foot way to the back of the mat. Maybe adjust your stance. Hands float by your sides. Inhale, crescent warrior. Breath in. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, float to standing. Exhale, swan dive, long flat back. Breath in for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step or float, high plank. Low plank if you like. Back bend if you like, or go straight to downward dog. Next breath in, right leg floats high. Warrior one, right foot steps inside the right hand, back heel spins to the mat. Hands float upward, belly strong. Cactus arms. Intertwine the hands at your low back or below your bottom. You might use a grip, as I do, because my thumbs don't quite work the way I might have enjoyed previously. Knuckles move down toward the mat. Collarbones smile, smile, smile. Breathe in, back bend. Exhale, humble warrior. Draw the navel up. Bring the head or the shoulder inside the right knee or calf. Hands might float away from the body, drop the head. Right hand plants inside the right foot. Maybe you're on the fingertips. Left hand can come to your heart. Peel the left foot open so it's parallel to the back of the mat and spin the heart toward the sky. Coming into extended side angle, left arm high, or the hand can come behind your low back or maybe behind your head, depending on what your shoulder allows you to do. You might adjust your back foot slightly so there's more alignment, left heel to right. Use the belly, the feet, and the thighs. Press upward, warrior two. Peel the right heel off the mat. Sink deeper into the front knee. Drop the heel. Reach from the heart and the mid-back all the way out the fingertips. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse the warrior. I find it works better for my body to keep the right arm high toward the sky rather than curling it over. I can open up my heart and the side body a little bit more with the arm nice and high. Use both feet, both legs, big breath in. Exhale, windmill the hands inside the right foot. Come to the ball of the back foot. Point the toes out to the right. We'll find the little lizard twist. Back knee up or down. Right hand inside the right knee. Look over the right shoulder. If you like a quad stretch, feel free to take that here by dropping the back knee and lifting the left foot. The right hand can come around to reach for the left foot. Big breath in. Exhale, twist. Inhale, drop the right hand to the mat under your shoulder. Step the right foot back to meet the left. A breath in. Your choice to move to chaturanga or back bend or lift the hips straight to downward dog. Meeting in downward dog, we take a full round of breath in and out. A breath in, the left leg floats high. Warrior one. Left knee toward the left nose, not the right nose. Left foot steps down. Adjust your stance, spin the right heel to the mat, float upward, warrior one. Outer edge of the right foot is also sending energy into the ground. Maybe cactus arms as you sink a little into the front foot. Engage the right glutes. Intertwine the hands at the low back or below the bottom in the opposite way you did before. Gather the shoulder blades together. Belly lifts long and strong. Fingers move toward the mat. Deep breath in. Humble warrior. Left hand plants inside the left foot. Maybe you're on the palm or the finger tops or a block. Spin the right toes more toward the back of the mat and float open for your extended side angle. Again, hand can be anywhere it suits your shoulder. Maybe extend the length from foot to foot and perhaps move the right heel so it's more in line with the left. Breathe in, rise up, warrior two. Lift the left heel, sink deeper into the knee, drop the heel. Reach, reach, reach with both sets of fingertips. Arms are super activated. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. Big breath in. Exhale, hands inside the left foot. Come to the ball of the back foot. Point your left toes out. Left hand draws inside the left knee to press it away. And if it feels better for your body, drop the back knee, untuck the toes, Maybe even take a quad stretch if that suits you here. So we've done crescent, we've done warrior 1, warrior 2, and we've done a lead into warrior 3. Actually doing them in almost in order. There's some math involved there, like 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. I don't know what that is. Exhale, both hands down to the mat. I'm going to take a wide-legged fold at the front of the mat. So go ahead and point the left toes straight in front again. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee off the mat, and step the right foot outside the right hand. Your feet are almost as wide as the mat here. Maybe there's something underneath your hands. You go ahead and support the left hand coming under the nose. Bend of the left knee, drop the head, float the right arm high. IT band stretch. If you don't feel anything along the outer part of the right leg, you might extend the left knee. If you still don't feel anything, you might move the feet together. If you still don't feel anything, check in with what the belly is doing. Lift the heart forward. Imagine the navel is spinning around the spine like it's orbiting. Big breath in. Exhale, right hand to the mat or your prop. This time, left leg extends, right knee bends. Inhale, float the left arm high. One more breath in. Exhale, hand to the mat. Remove your prop if you haven't. Breathe in, roll to standing. Sweep the arms nice and high. Exhale, palms together at your heart. Find a moment here in mountain pose. We are in Vermont after all. Today is one of the most beautiful spring days we've had thus far. It has snowed for 4 nights this week. We're happy to have the snow. It's lovely as well. We're thrilled to see some sun yesterday and today. Eyes rest gently closed. Draw the energy up from the earth, feeling the inner arches of the feet peel upward, and the energy move up the inseams, powering up the legs like there's a single tree trunk that you have rooted into the ground. And from that grows the breath, the heart, and the crown of the head, the lotus flower. Breathe in, sweep your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. As I promised, we're going to move to warrior 3. Heel toe the feet in toward one another. Guide the fingers up the shins for Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, release and fold. The left foot glides way to the back of the mat as far as you can step it to return to a runner's lunge. You might adjust your front foot, ensure the knee is right over the ankle, hands right outside that foot. Lots of energy into the left glutes and the left heel as you hover over the thigh. Belly's working for you. Arms float in front. You're going to find the glutes and the outer and inner thigh on the front leg working hard for you. You gently shift weight into the right foot. Maybe drag the left foot up a little bit. Press the floor away with the right foot and lift the left leg nice and high. Or not. As you can see, if you're looking, I'm struggling a little bit here, working hard to lengthen both legs. Breathe in nice and deep. Use the belly. Exhale, step into warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. Warrior 2 arms. Crescent warrior, returning to the ball of the back foot. Step the right foot up to meet the left, hands to your heart. Nice. We're going to take that all to the other side and see which side is stronger without any analysis or what's good, what's bad. No duplicity here. No worry. Knowing that the body appears symmetrical many times, but it is not. Being grateful that the body does work the way it works. Inhale, sweep the arms high overhead. Breathe out, forward fold. Halfway lift for a breath in, long spine. Exhale, hands plant. Runner's lunge, right foot glides way to the back of the mat. Perhaps heel toe the left foot out to the left. Runner's lunge. Power in both legs and feet. Hover over the left thigh, hands by your sides. Inhale, float the arms forward, warrior three arms. And when you're ready, work into that left leg. Drag the right foot up a little bit. Tilt that right leg nice and high. Breathe here, long belly, long arms, long legs. Another breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Awesome. Reverse the warrior. Exhale, hands inside the left foot. The left toes point out. Your toes can point out too. We'll find a Shavasana squat, stepping the right foot outside the right hand. The sitting bones sink down, elbows come into the inside of the thighs. We work energy into the outer edges of the feet and from the elbows into the knees to find as long a spine as possible without crunching the back of the neck. Close the eyes. Your choice if you'd like to play around with crow for a moment. We're all going to meet in a tabletop when you are ready. From tabletop, we work into Anahatasana, our heart opening pose, aka inchworm or puppy dog. Tops of the feet on the mat, hips right over the knees, hips stay there as the hands walk forward until the forehead, chin, or chest comes to the mat. Cranky shoulders can be alleviated by bending the elbows out to the side and letting the thumbs touch. Nice, long, steady breaths. Perhaps a return to your intention or motivation. Maybe doing so, you rock the forehead left and right, as if you could imprint that on your forehead. Big breath in and out through the mouth. Rise a little from the posture with the head. Then bring the elbows and the wrists as parallel as you can, about shoulder width. Find our way into a Sphinx Pose. Reaching the chest forward, you might need to lengthen from the legs to bring the bony hips down to the mat. Press the floor away with the tops of the feet, the forearms, and the hands. Now imagine that the hands are dragging the mat back toward the elbows, and the heart is reaching forward as opposed to just upward. Think length instead of depth. Unclench the buttocks and breathe. 3, 2, come all the way down to the mat. Hands come outside the chest. Press the floor away, a little cobra or a deep cobra. Again, loosening the glutes, energy in the tops of the feet. Shoulder blades squeeze together, breath in. Exhale down to the mat. Child's pose. Narrow kneed or wide kneed, your choice. If the knees come narrow, perhaps you wrap the arms around the outsides of the legs and rest the hands on the feet. And maybe the top of the head comes to the mat. Breathe into the low back. Hands return to the mat. If you're at the back of the mat, as I am, you might move to the center to come onto one hip. Swing the legs around in front. In a Ardha Uttanasana, an upright bound feet pose, we'll find our way to a twist. You can take the right hand and place it on the left ankle. The left arm comes behind you like a kickstand. Breathe in, press the knees downward, lift the heart. Breathe out, twist over the left shoulder. Hands should be pretty close to the bottom here. Belly is strong. Imagining the space between the top of the pelvis and the sternum. An inhale takes you through to center. Left wrist cross over the right to take a hold of the right ankle. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, twist over to the right. Breathe in, come back to center. Hands come outside the knees and press them upward. Create a little space between the feet and lengthen one leg at a time onto the mat. A nice long breath in, maybe knees bend to find our seated double-legged forward fold Paschimottanasana. Think about the heart reaching for the shins, or maybe you don't think at all. Feel the heart reaching toward the shins. Find motion with your breath. Breath in, rise up. Float the arms in front, lock them back into the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, super slowly come all the way to the mat. Even when you meet the place where you find that little rumble strip, you'll know it when you get there. You might even pause there to activate the heart a little more toward the sky. If you don't know what I mean by rumble strip, you should know when you get there. I got it right now. Rumble, rumble, rumble as I lift the heart. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Keep going slowly. Beautiful. Arms float overhead. Full body stretch. Toes in front. Fingers behind. Reach, reach, reach. Breathe in. Exhale. Let it all go. Hands come by your side. Soles of the feet slide onto the mat. You might shift around to let the shoulder blades come onto the mat. Supine figure 4, right ankle crosses above the left knee. You might simply stay here and press the right knee away from you. Or maybe you gather the back of the left thigh in, draw the left knee toward your shoulder, even as you press the right foot away with the right knee away with the right elbow. Shoulder blades melt downward. Big breath in. Exhale, left foot comes to the mat. I'm going to take this whole 4 situation. See what I did there? Warrior 1, Warrior 2, Warrior 3, supine figure 4. We're going to drop it all over to the left. So the sole of the right foot is on the mat. You might scoot the shoulders to the left or the bottom to the right to find a little twist. Long breath in and out. Slowly take your figure 4 back upward, sole of the left foot onto the mat. Right foot plants on the mat to take the sequence on the other side. Both feet active. Right foot returns to the mat. The whole figure four situation moves over to the right. Left foot on the ground. A twist, perhaps the gaze moving over the left shoulder. Rib cage all along the left side expands. Feel the energy of the left hip moving toward the front of the mat. Big breath in and out. Return the figure four to its original shape with the right foot on the floor. Unwind your left knee. Happy baby, knees in toward the underarms, arms long inside the legs, hands in or outside the edges of the feet. Little self-massage by rocking left and right. You could lengthen one leg at a time to encourage that. Deepens the massage. And any final posture your body is calling for to move into Shavasana with comfort and ease. That might be a Supta Baddha Konasana, legs up the wall. And when you're ready, legs long onto the mat. Maybe they are supported behind the knee with a pillow or a blanket. Perhaps something under your neck. There's space between the feet. The arms have dropped out to the sides of the body, palms face upward. Rock the head a little left and right till the nose settles in as central a position as it would normally. Shoulder blades are loose and kissing the mat. Big, huge, giant breath in all the way from the feet to the crown of the head. Let it go out the mouth. Shavasana. Very gently, bring your awareness back to the body. Let the breath guide the body to a reawakening, deepening the breath, maybe slowly. Teeny movements return into the toes and the fingers. Breath invites those to build into the hands and the feet, wrists and ankles, knees, the hips and the belly, even the shoulders. Maybe the head moves a little bit. Eventually, you've gained enough momentum to bend one knee and the other. Make your way onto one side, whichever side feels most natural today. On your side with eyes closed, hug the knees in toward your heart. Take a moment to consider the power of your practice. We practice on the mat, on the cushion, to strengthen and add flexibility and agility into the body and the breath. By doing so, we also build strength, flexibility, and agility in the heart and in the mind, preparing ourselves for the most difficult times off the mat. Consider the power of your practice, of your intentions. Give yourself a little thanks. Return to your intention or motivation. Bring that back to mind, back to heart. And picture someone in front of you who might benefit from you being on the mat. Maybe it's someone who lives in the same abode, or maybe they don't. With them pictured in front of you, press yourself to a comfortable seat. We'll close our practice coming full circle, using the sound of Om this time to connect the merits of the practice, the benefits of the practice, out to those we pictured. From Sukhasana, easy pose with your legs crossed, your spine long, your navel in and up, and your chin a little tucked. Bring the palms to find a home at your heart. A cleansing breath before the chant of Om, if you'd like to join in. Thumb knuckles make their way just between and above the eyebrows, a connection there with the third eye, the energy of intuition and wisdom. May your practice benefit all beings. May all beings live with ease. Together we bow. Namaste. Thank you all for joining Salt and Sand Studios in this Yoga Intermission, Weekend Warriors. Great to practice with you. Remember that this session is recorded and therefore you can always come back to it. Spotify list also, which I forgot to mention earlier, is on YouTube. It's also on our Instagram and our Facebook. If you can donate, that would be great. And if that's not available to you at this time, please don't be concerned. Love to see you back. The practice is for all, and hope to see you next week. Thanks so much, everyone. It was lovely to practice with you. Have a great one.